we go. And we live. Let's get it. Hey, this is Cowboys Bob. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for checking me out. I'm live pregame show. Dallas Cowboys versus the Arizona Cardinals. I have very guests. My family, my blood. My big sis, Shaquita Jackson in the show, and we're just gonna talk a little Cowboys. We do this all the time. But we normally don't do it on TV. We normally do it on YouTube. We're gonna try it out today and see how it works. So first of all, thank you for joining me, sis. I appreciate you taking time to join me. I know you're busy. Got things going on. I appreciate you joining me today. Let's get it. I know you've been a Cowboy fan. We grew up in the same house. I know you've been a Cowboy fan about as long as I have. But the question is, why? Why, sis? Why are you a Cowboy? Why are you a Cowboy fan?
Well, I grew up in a house full of Cowboy fans. So I was born and raised a Cowboy fan. If it wasn't the Cowboys' way, it was no way. So it's just kind of like an inherited thing, and I've just stayed with. I'm a firm believer in being stick with the home team. You know, I'm from Denison, Texas, but now I've been living in Dallas, Texas since 1996, and I've just continued to follow those boys. Win, lose, or draw. Die hard Cowboy to the end. DC Phil.
Hey, you think your father would have put you out the house if you'd have been a Redskins fan or an Eagles fan?
Well, yeah, especially the Washington Redskins, a Redskin fan, because back then that was the true rival. So you just couldn't really support Redskins and live in the Jackson household. So, but I've always followed the Dallas Cowboys, and we've had our ups and downs, but I must stay with them until the end.
Yeah, I heard that. Dad really probably didn't play that. When it comes to Redskins. It's funny. It's funny though, sis, because somehow over the years, even though back then Redskins was the rival, but was our rival, was our biggest rival, and then they were followed by the Pittsburgh Steelers. How did Philadelphia become our rivals? I don't know how that worked. How did that work?
I didn't catch all your question. Kind of faded in and out.
Man, yeah, man. Along the way, Philadelphia Eagles somehow became our rivals. I don't know how that really worked out, but it did. It worked out. Where somehow the Redskins came off our ship list and entered the Philadelphia Eagles. And now, but we don't have to talk about that today. Today we're here to talk about them Cardinals. And this makes an interesting matchup, as far as I'm concerned. Hey, what's up, the lunatic? What's happening? As far as I'm concerned, make an interesting matchup because it's in Texas, right?
Right.
There's this guy that's coming to town. There's this guy coming to town that is quite familiar with AT&T Stadium, considering he done won a couple of high school championships there. You might know this guy. You might just vaguely remember this guy named what's his name? That kid, man, he used to play for. I think he played for Oklahoma. What was that kid? Oh yeah, that guy. Oh, that guy, Kyler Murray.
Oh yeah, he played for Alabama.
What's that guy? Yeah, that guy.
He was not a
he's Texas.
Yeah, straight up out of Texas.
He's from Texas.
Kyler Murray is from Texas.
Yeah, he's a Texas kid.
Texas.
The Texas kid coming to town. I hear Kyler Murray is not playing on losing in Texas, his hometown, because he's saying that Dallas is his hometown. He said he might play for Arizona, but he's saying that he's been out there saying on the streets that that was his hometown. He never lost an AT&T Stadium, and he don't plan to lose. He don't plan on losing today. What say you about that, sis?
Well, I say there's a time and place for everything, and he can get ready to add that L to his because I think Andy Dalton is ready to go, is ready tonight, and I think he's gonna lead us to this to a victory. I mean, when you gotta still know that.
So I mean, so you saying you're gonna be able to beat Kyler Murray, you're gonna be able to beat Kyler Murray in his hometown, without your starting QB. Is that what you saying to me, sis? What's up, Chris? Chris, man, appreciate you jumping in, man. It is game day. So you saying to me, sis? You saying to me you go beat this man in his hometown, without your starting QB?
Yeah, I mean, I think Dalton is ready to go. After all, we do have to keep in mind that Dalton is a 10-year veteran. Although he hasn't been a starter for some time, he still has the experience over Kyler Murray. So if we can get some pressure on Kyler Murray in the backfield,
I never really thought about it, but I never
yeah,
really thought about it, but
I
you
just
are
think
right. You are right.
the biggest thing with Kyler Murray from me watching him the last 4 years of his high school years, because I followed him because he was a couple of years ahead of Marcus, which is your nephew. And so we
Mm-hmm.
followed Kyler, to the AT&T Stadium and watched him win those championships that he speaks of. But for me, I just think that it's containment. If we contain Kyler and keep them legs non-active, I think we have a chance. So we just need to get some pressure in the backfield and keep him contained. If you don't keep him contained and let him use them legs, then we might have a problem. And that's just my own personal opinion from watching him 4 straight years over there playing at the AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, something about that. Something might help out with that. Having Leighton Van Der Esch back in the game might help out with that. He's going to come out for injury, but having him back in the game, help out with help out with that run stoppage will, I think, be beneficial to us, um, to help us contain. Uh, we haven't really proven that we can contain anybody, and so we got to get it done. We got to figure out a way to get it done today. And having our star linebacker, our starter back at the linebacker position, I think will help with that. You made a good point though. Made a good point though with Andy Dalton. He has 10 years of experience. I think he had 5 Pro Bowls, 5 Pro Bowls, and he was doing that. And he had one, maybe two good receivers. He had AJ Green and Manu, and that was it. You lost him with CD, CD. This guy right here, 13 gauge with Gallup and Amari Cooper, our number one receiver, our $100 million man, Amari Cooper. He got a full weapon. When you got the appropriate weapons, you can do anything. Dallas has proven they can come back from any situation. They can score points. The main thing is, I'm still worried about that defense. So you still about that defense?
Yeah. Our defense is struggling. You know, really, really struggling. I mean, we're allowing way too many points to be put up on the board, in my own opinion. It's like it's a touchdown for a touchdown, and then whoever has the ball the last 2-3 minutes of the game is generally going to be the one that get the victory because the game is just tit for tat, touchdown for touchdown. Could not stop. not getting any very few 3 and outs, you know. And when you're allowing teams to get first downs on first downs, that's pretty poor defense. So again, if we don't
Oh
contain
yeah,
if we don't contain the offense, it's gonna be another long night. And I love my boys to death, but we
yeah.
really need to tighten up the defense. I mean,
I
because
mean, yeah. But
at the end of the day, they're all professional players. So if one man go down, next man need to be ready. You should be training it. We should be training every player like they gonna be a starter because one day they could possibly be. So and I think that's where we're failing.
yeah, that's how we felt. That's how we have felt in the past, for certain. I would, 100% agreed that in the past it's been that way. Um, new coaches from them early on, impressions not that favorable. But then again, we haven't really given them opportunities to really make those adjustments and see what they do in the face of adversity. We got hit with a train, and we have to see how we respond to that. But the good news is about our defense. It should help out with some. That should help out with some of that is that one of the problems with our defense, or one of the main problems with our defense, they've been put in bad situations. One turnover in every game, at least one turnover in every game. In most games, at least two in every game. We've had some special teams blunders. And so if we clean up, if we clean up some of those turnovers, if we're a clean game, and don't have the turnovers, don't have the special teams plays, don't put our defense in bad situations. Then they have and then they are much fresher. They're much fresher to stop somebody. Or make those go that extra mile when we even go that extra mile. We tire them out early. Going three and out, going three and out, putting them on the field, or going one play, two play, having to turn over, and they going right back on the field after being off, having already played 7 or 8 snaps.
Right.
They have to go back on the field because we had a turnover or something. And so we have playing a cleaner game will help out with some of that defense. And who gives me life is Jalen Smith. Last week, Jalen Smith came to his own. He was fire. He was fly around. Marcus Lawrence was stepping up his game the last game. And albeit we were playing against the Giants, today we'll see, if that continues. If that continues on, but those guys, man, are showing signs of life. Like they here to fight. They're here to compete. They're okay. Man, Chris. I'm like Chris. I'm liking Chris's prediction here. 28-21. 28-21. That ain't too bad. I'm thinking a 7 point game too. I would be more inclined to go. I would be more inclined to go something like 34-20, 34-27. But something like 34-27. But I'm thinking like him, it's gonna be probably a 7 point 20. Either way.
Yeah. That
What do
that
you think,
sounds
sis? What do you think,
well.
sis? You think we're gonna pull this out? And by how much? You think we just gonna run
Well,
off with this team?
from past track record, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with probably 27-30, and the
27?
Cowboys 27-30. Cowboys probably win with a field goal because that's been our
Okay.
track record. We control the clock the last. If we can get that last 2 to 3 minutes possession of the ball, uh, we usually can move the ball downfield well enough to finish the game. Has it worked every time? No. But I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt tonight because we're going up against a rookie quarterback. So I say
Yeah.
27-30 Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, they got a pretty good quarterback over there. They got a pretty good receiver over there named DeAndre Hopkins. That stupid.
Yeah,
The Houston Texans were stupid enough to give him. You know, they
yeah,
gave
they was
Arizona.
dumb
They
way.
gave him a president. They gave him DeAndre Hopkins. You know, that guy over there, he's pretty good too. You
Right,
know.
yeah, I know they got a good receiver over there. Yeah, but
Yeah,
we
no,
got
and
some.
then,
But the difference in one versus three, we got about three good receivers. All Dalton got to do is get them the ball. And just like last week's
you
game,
know, they got.
I mean, we didn't even Coop didn't get any snaps. He didn't get any passes until the second half of the game. Why? And he's the number one receiver. Y'all paying Coop to be the number. We paying him to be the number one receiver, but we
Well,
acting
that
like CD ain't
would be
get
because
the number one spot. I
we
mean,
smart.
that's my own personal opinion.
Yeah, we are paying. We paying Coop to be the number one guy, but we also paying SRB in the backfield. Named Ezekiel Elliott to be a number one running back. You know, and so a lot of what we did last week, I think we smartly did this, which is feed Zeke, run the ball. You eat up the
Well, the
clock.
first down is gonna wear the defense down.
Yeah, man, but running that clock, running Zeke, extending those drives, gave our defense some rest, and so we keep our defense off the field, run Zeke, and get those little 3 or 4 yard, take those little 3 or 4 yard runs, extend some plays, go on 7 or 8 play drives, that works in our favor. That complimentary ball works in our favor. And so because we ran that was one drive where we ran the ball like 7 or 8 times. Just back to back, feed Zeke, eating up the clock. Eating up the clock, and at the same time resting our defense. So that might be a lot of reasons to didn't get any.
But in the
Didn't
end,
get,
that didn't work out for us.
oh, it worked out for us. It worked out for us because we walked away with the W. So we walked out for the W. And then instead of 70 points, our defense man only gave up 30 points, and so gave us a chance. Hey, Chris said man, they trying to, hey, sis, my man Chris said they trying to give us a heart attack. Hey, you think they're trying to give us a heart attack? That's just with these close games.
I think so. I mean these are we've been playing some pins and needle games.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them is majorly about to cause
Man,
heart failure. So I agree
I
with
mean,
Chris.
I think I probably already had 2 or 3 heart attacks. You know.
Right.
Man,
Shit, I think we
man.
all that first game we damn sure had some heart attack.
Yeah, that first game, heart attack. That Atlanta game, heart attack. That Seattle game, heart attack.
Right.
Hey man,
Yeah.
man, yeah, being a Cowboy fan is stressful, man. We need a stimulus check, for our troubles.
They need they need to be paying us for keeping our heart rate up. Shit, we ought to be getting a check.
Yeah, yeah. I need a stimulus check. I need workers' compensation. I need workers' comp for being a damn fan. I've been
Yeah, we need
injured
to
way
be
too
getting
much and
something.
shit.
Need to be getting something.
Yeah, we're gonna be okay though. So what do you think? What do you think we need to do in order to win this? You said contain Calamari. I know we need to keep them contained. What do you think we need to do in order to win this game? Do you think Do you think the formula is? You think the formula is more pass? You think the formula is more run? What do you think we need to do in order to win this game? Because I think that our key to success should be get Zeke involved in this game and run the damn football. That's what I think. I think we should have a heavy dose of Zeke with a couple passes downfield just to keep them honest. But the more we run Zeke, the more rest we give our defense, so they're in better position to defend those receivers. Because they got DeAndre Hopkins. They also got this old guy, been around the league for a long time. People forget about that is a future Hall of Famer, Larry Fitzgerald. And, anytime he played against the Cowboys, he show up. So
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, we definitely can't say put him on the shelf as washed up because he
yeah,
shows up.
yeah. We ain't got but one. We ain't got but one good. We ain't got but one good corner right now. And so what we gonna do?
Well, I mean, I mean, we can't really double him. You draw the safety in, and then you create a whole nother issue.
Yeah, I think you probably have to. I think you probably have to put a safety over the top of DeAndre Hopkins and double DeAndre Hopkins.
That's who I
Um,
would say double. I wouldn't say double Fitzgerald.
yeah, you have to go one on one with Fitzgerald, but the question is who gonna go one on one with Fitzgerald? Who gonna go
Who's
one on one
gonna
with
go one on
Fitzgerald?
one with him?
My guy Jay, my guy Jordan Lewis, man, he having a struggling year. I love him. God bless him. I've been a fan of his since day one, but he's struggling this year. And and Daryl Worley, he ain't really getting it done. We had to bench one of the safeties already, Darren Thompson. So, who gonna cover Fitzgerald? I guess the only person realistically that could possibly cover Fitzgerald is Anthony Brown. I ain't been the biggest fan of Anthony Brown, but he out of what we got left, he about the best we got.
Right.
Who get the first interception? Which I'll let you take that. I'll let you take that, sis. Chris Killings, he got a question. He want to know who get the first interception. He says it's going to be LVE. What say you?
Who's gonna get the first interception?
Yeah.
Well, I think Dalton will probably throw the first interception.
Yeah.
I think until
You think
he
we're gonna?
until
You
he
think we're
settle
gonna?
in the game, I think until he settles into the game, like and get his feet wet again, because he didn't have much time last week to
Mm-hmm.
really get his feet wet. I mean, he did well to have to go ahead to help us finish, go ahead and finish the game and keep it in close proximity. But I know he's still, you know, nursing them butterflies and still
Yeah,
feeling probably uncomfortable.
that and going against a pretty good guy. Going against a pretty good corner. When I say pretty good, I mean great corner. That's in Patrick Peterson. You know, which is all pro in his own right. And so yeah, I can see that. But I think on the Dallas Cowboys side, I'm gonna say uh, on our defense, who's gonna get the first interception? I'm gonna say Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith is sick of taking crap in the media. He's playing like he's on a mission. He's been locked in. I think he's gonna be dropped in coverage. He's gonna be dropped in coverage. He's gonna pick off somebody. I think it'll be Jalen Smith.
That'll get the first interception
Yeah, on the defense.
on the defense.
But in reality, I don't really give a shit who get it. As long as somebody get us an interception, a two, or three, or four.
Right.
I'm great. I'm greedy. Give me 5 interceptions.
Yeah. We need some turnovers like we've been giving up turnovers.
No, on second thought, I would take it back. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. I'm gonna say Diggs finally gets a damn interception. That's
Tavon.
what I'm gonna say. Diggs finally, number 27. Diggs finally gets an interception. He's been close. He's been that close, no cigar. He's had about 3 or 4 almost interceptions. I think he finally completes the deal. I'm gonna give it to Diggs. I'm gonna say that Kyler Murray can go to Will one too many times, and Diggs gonna get it.
All right. So you give it to Tavon.
I'm giving it to Tavon Diggs. All the disrespect. He gonna get Tyler gonna get real comfortable. He gonna get real comfortable trying to stretch the field. Diggs gonna put him in the grave. That's why they call him Diggs, because he gonna put him in the graveyard. And get
Chris
the
thinks gonna get the first interception.
huh? Give it to Diggs. I'm gonna give it to Diggs. Because
You
he's
hear me,
been so.
bro?
Huh?
Who does Chris think gonna get the first interception?
He said Leighton Van Der Esch.
Oh, Leighton.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, Leighton Van Der Esch might fuck around and be the first one to cause the interception.
Right.
Coming back. Coming back. He gonna be playing with some intensity. He probably gonna lay the wood on somebody.
Well, I just hope you
You
don't
know,
fuck up the neck again. Shit.
I'm pretty sure about that. I seen him, man. I seen him just in the practice clip, man. Lay out his own player. So Donovan Wilson. Is that number 37? Yeah. Donovan Wilson. Oh, Donovan Wilson. That's that kid that we picked up last year, out of the 6th round. Last year out of the 6th round from Texas A&M that pissed me off. That pissed me off last year. I remember him now. Man. I was mad he came to 10. I hope he played lights out. I hope he's a good. They benched David Thompson, put in Don Wilson. No, plays great, man. I remember being pissed off, man, when he got drafted. Man, when he got drafted, man, I was upset. Now, that was gonna got anything against the school. Although I am a Longhorn fan, I'm not a Texas A&M fan. Not that I got anything against his school, but I was upset he got drafted. He got picked up, man, because and I wanted a safety man I wanted a second man in the 1st round, maybe the 2nd round. I wanted Thornhill or Donovan Abrams, man. I wanted to be a dynamic safety man last year. The Cowboys, man, don't pick up the damn safety until the 6th round. I'm like, why are you giving us a scrub from the 6th round?
Right.
Why are you giving us a scrub from the 6th round? Can't you see we are in dire need of safety help? Pick us up damn safety in the 1st round, 2nd round, man. Give me Abrams, give me Abrams Thornhill, Rap. Give me somebody, in that safety department, and we didn't pick up safety until the 6th round. I was like, man, it was like by then I was already so hot. I didn't really care if he could play. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Shirley? This is my older sister, my big sister, Shaquita. She got me on paper by 2 years, sometimes 1 year. We ain't that far apart. We're a year or two apart.
Hi, Shirley.
Yeah, man. It's like, this time of year, right after October, we're 1 year apart. Before October, we are what, 2 years apart? 2 years
Yeah.
apart. Hey, but man, Miss Rodriguez, Shirley Rodriguez, she is from Brazil, and she is always showing the love, showing her support. y'all saying to say hello. I appreciate us. I appreciate us so. I appreciate us so much. I met her. I met her on another show I do on South Helping 88. And she is good people.
Well, that's sweet. It's always good to have true followers and support.
Yeah, man. And she a Cowboy fan. She a Cowboy fan from Brazil, so she is also abroad. She is also abroad on the other side.
Yeah, she's a bride. We're gonna name her Shirley a bride.
Yeah, Shirley abroad. But I don't know if we can really, man, I don't know if we can really call her abroad though, because Brazil is in South America. In South America, albeit South America, it's still America. So
Right.
is it really our only go?
Oh, that's sweet.
But we call her, I like that. Shirley, we call her Shirley. Well, sis, hey, what's up for you and get locked into something so your son will be happy. His team is still winning. He'll be happy about
He gonna
that.
tell me today. Make sure you get home by 4 o'clock so you can watch the best team in NFL. I
Yeah.
said I'll only watch that game if you commit to watching the entire 7 o'clock game. And he was like, who they play tonight? Let me see. Let me see.
Yeah,
Arizona. Oh yeah, I'll watch. Oh yeah, I'll commit to watching that one. Kyler Murray gonna do y'all up.
yeah. Well,
He's
well,
like,
sis,
I'll commit to watch.
hey, well, just let's kill it right. Let's kill it right here. It's game time. I think the game come on in about 15 minutes. Let's kill it right here. Appreciate everybody stopping in. Thank you for tuning into the show. Thank you for tuning into the show, showing your love. Love all of y'all. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And thank you, sister. Thank you, sis, for stopping in, being part of the show, doing some cowboy talk. Man. We'll talk offline. I'm gonna see if I can convince you to do this more often. Do this on a regular basis.
Well,
We'll
next
see
time,
who
give
went
me
out there.
time to put. And next time, give me time to put my Dak jersey on. Don't call me.
I
See me,
couldn't give you much.
link
I couldn't
5 minutes
give you much
before
time,
the
sis.
show. Like you see, I keep trying to block that light. I'm gonna be in a better position because next time I'm gonna get an appointment reminder,
You all
an
appreciate.
advance reminder. Now I
Thank you
keep trying
all.
to block this light that's
Appreciate
distracting
you.
me
I
and the
appreciate
show.
you being part of the